Daniel and Laura live in a quiet neighborhood about 30 minutes outside Chicago. Their house has 5 bedrooms, a 2-car garage, and a newly finished basement with a home theater. Every December they post family photos in matching sweaters in front of their fireplace. Their driveway holds a black Lexus RX and a white Ford F-150. Every summer they take their kids somewhere new. Last year it was Hawaii. The year before that it was Italy. Their kitchen was remodeled recently. Granite countertops, custom lighting, a massive island in the center. The renovation cost $72,000. They posted photos of it everywhere. Friends commented, "Your house looks amazing. Goals, living the dream." But what their friends never see is the spreadsheet Laura keeps hidden on her laptop, because that spreadsheet shows a very different story. Daniel and Laura are carrying $134,000 in debt. Credit cards, a home equity loan, 2 car loans, and a personal loan they took out to consolidate the other loans. Their combined income is $205,000 per year. To outsiders, that sounds like a lot of money, but their savings account currently holds $1,800. 2 months ago, their water heater failed. The repair cost $1,900. They didn't have the cash, so they financed it. $96 per month for 24 months. From the outside, Daniel and Laura look comfortable. From the inside, they feel like they are constantly running out of oxygen, and they are far from the only ones. Across the street lives another family, Marcus and Emily. Marcus works in tech sales. Emily runs a small online business. They drive matching Mercedes SUVs. Their kids attend a private academy that costs nearly $30,000 per year. Their backyard has a heated pool and a stone patio with a built-in grill. To neighbors, they look extremely wealthy until the moving trucks arrived. 3 weeks ago, Marcus and Emily quietly sold their house. They were drowning in nearly $400,000 of total debt. Credit cards, business loans, school tuition, car leases. The house was going into foreclosure. They left before the bank forced them out, and the day the moving truck pulled away, people in the neighborhood were stunned. "How could they be broke?" someone asked. "They looked rich." That is the illusion, because today, millions of households are living inside a financial performance. A performance where success is measured by what people can see: the house, the cars, the vacations, the renovations, the private schools. But what people cannot see is the debt behind it. My name is Michael, and over the last year I have studied how social pressure and lifestyle comparison are quietly pushing middle-class families into financial disaster, not because they are irresponsible, but because the system rewards looking wealthy more than actually becoming wealthy. And that pressure is creating something I call the lifestyle illusion. Here is the dangerous belief that traps people. If the people around you can afford expensive things, you should be able to afford them too. It seems logical. Your coworkers drive luxury cars. Your neighbors remodel their kitchens. Your friends travel internationally. So your brain assumes one thing: they must have money. But in reality, visible spending is often the worst indicator of real wealth. In fact, a large percentage of people with high incomes are living paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because income does not equal financial stability. Spending behavior determines that. Think about Daniel and Laura again. After taxes and insurance, their $205,000 income turns into about $11,200 per month take-home. Now look at their monthly obligations: mortgage and property tax, $3,900, car payments, $1,350, insurance, $520, student loans, $480, utilities and internet, $450. Before groceries, gas, or childcare, they are already spending $6,700 per month. That leaves about $4,500. That sounds comfortable, but then lifestyle expenses begin stacking up. Travel sports for their 2 kids, $950 per month. Dining out and takeout, $700. Subscriptions, streaming, fitness apps, delivery services, $240. Cleaning service twice a month, $300. The home renovation loan payment, $620. Suddenly their remaining money shrinks fast. Groceries, gas, clothing, school expenses, unexpected repairs. By the end of most months, they are overspending by $800 to $1,000 $1,200. That difference goes onto credit cards. Next month, the cycle repeats, and slowly, the debt grows. The scary part is that none of this feels extreme. It feels normal, because everyone around them is living the same way. When neighbors upgrade their kitchens, your kitchen suddenly feels outdated. When coworkers buy new cars, your car feels old. When friends post vacation photos online, your life feels smaller. This is not accidental. Human beings are wired for comparison. Our brains constantly evaluate our status relative to the people around us. In small communities thousands of years ago, this behavior helped us survive. But in modern society, it can quietly destroy financial stability, because the people we compare ourselves to may not actually be better off. They may simply be borrowing more. Consider Marcus and Emily again. Their lifestyle looked impressive, but behind the scenes, their monthly expenses looked like this. Mortgage, $4,600. 2 car leases, $2,400. Private school tuition, $2,500. Pool maintenance and landscaping, $650. Country club membership, $850. Travel and dining, $1,200. Their monthly spending exceeded $16,000. Their take-home income? Around $12,500. That means they were burning $3,500 every month. Credit cards filled the gap, then personal loans, then new credit cards. Eventually, the math stopped working, and the lifestyle collapsed. Here is the uncomfortable truth many people never hear. The people who actually have wealth often look surprisingly ordinary. A retired engineer named Robert lives 2 streets away from Daniel and Laura. Robert drives a 2012 Toyota Camry. His house is small compared to others in the neighborhood. He shops at discount stores and rarely travels. If you saw him at the grocery store, you might assume he lives on a modest pension. But Robert has quietly accumulated over $3 million in investments. Why? Because he spent decades doing something very boring. He lived below his means. He avoided debt. He invested consistently. He never cared about impressing anyone. Meanwhile, the people with the flashiest lifestyles were often financing them. And social media has amplified this problem dramatically. Now people are not just comparing themselves to neighbors. They are comparing themselves to thousands of curated lives online. Perfect homes, perfect vacations, perfect families. But what you are seeing online is rarely the full picture. Sometimes those vacations are funded by credit cards. Sometimes those homes are rented for content. Sometimes influencers are paid to promote products they cannot afford themselves. But your brain does not see the financial details. It only sees the highlight reel, and comparison begins. That comparison triggers dissatisfaction. Dissatisfaction triggers spending, and spending creates debt. Over time, that debt creates stress. Financial stress then spills into relationships. Studies consistently show that money conflicts are one of the leading causes of divorce. Arguments about spending, arguments about debt, arguments about lifestyle choices, all fueled by pressure to maintain an image. This is the hidden cost of the lifestyle illusion. It damages finances, it damages relationships, and it traps people in a cycle that feels impossible to escape. But there is a way out. The first step is brutal honesty. Add up every debt you owe: credit cards, loans, car payments, everything. Most people avoid this because the number is uncomfortable, but you cannot fix a problem you refuse to look at. Second, calculate how much interest you are paying every year. That number represents money disappearing into the system, money that could have built savings or investments. Third, identify the expenses that exist purely because of social pressure: the expensive gym, the oversized car, the vacations you cannot afford, the dining habits that impress friends but drain your bank account. Then start removing them, not gradually, immediately. Yes, it will feel uncomfortable. You may feel like you are falling behind, but remember something important: the people you think you are falling behind are often struggling too. The performance only works because everyone participates. The moment someone stops pretending, the illusion cracks. Real wealth rarely looks glamorous. It often looks quiet: modest homes, older cars, consistent investing, low stress, financial security. Those things do not generate social media attention, but they create freedom. Daniel and Laura still have time to change their path. If they reduce spending, eliminate debt, and focus on building savings instead of appearances, they could transform their financial future within a decade, but only if they stop playing the comparison game. Because the truth is simple: trying to look rich is expensive. Actually becoming wealthy requires doing the opposite. And the sooner someone understands that difference, the sooner they escape the trap.